So welcome to my first thoughts on Horizon Forbidden West, a highly anticipated game, and that's kind of funny because 5 years ago in 2017, Guerrilla Games came out with the original game, the first game. We didn't know there would be a series going on, and we didn't know what to expect from Horizon Zero Dawn when that was released, and the graphics look good in the game, but we're like, is it going to play okay? Is the story going to be good? It had all of that and then some, and I was really taken back by that game. I mean, when I was first playing it, I was like, I can't believe how good this is for a brand new IP, and here we are 5 years later. I want to say one thing here. If you haven't played the original game, it's on the cheap right now. Definitely go pick it up and play through that first. That's my recommendation. But jumping into the new one, there is a recap of the storyline of the first game, but it's so much fun to experiencing it through the game the very first time. There's so many shocks and so many awing moments, and you're like, oh my god, this is incredible. And that's the one thing that I want to say about this game, and the series in general, now that we have two, is that for me, the graphics are amazing, the gameplay is amazing, but you know what keeps me there the most? The thing that keeps me going through it the most is to see the storyline unfold. It is such a mystery, and I love how we're in this future world, but there's all this tech from the past and all these undiscovered ruins from the past with ancient technology in it. I love this stuff, and I think it's really fascinating. And we have our main character, Aloy, is back again, charging through the storyline and taking us to the next point in the story. I do want to say, like I say in all of these, there will be no spoilers. In fact, I will black out certain objectives in the game because I feel that they are spoilers and they would ruin the experience if I saw them for the very first time. So I will definitely have those blacked out where I can, where I feel that they are really spoiler-ish. Now, yeah, let's start with the graphics. I mean, obviously we're going in here, the first game blew us away, the second game, it's giving us a lot more of the same and a lot better. And the one thing I will say is, I played on optimized. I really enjoyed that. It felt a lot better with the frame rate improved. Playing it the other way, you get better resolution, but your frame rate takes a hit. And I did feel that, and I didn't think it served the game that great. So I played on, opening it all up and having a better frame rate. That really worked for me a lot there. So, but the graphics, the textures, everything, the lighting, the effects, this game is unbelievable. And if you're going in here expecting incredible graphics, you're gonna get them. You already saw that in the trailers. I mean, when I saw some of the trailers in the past, I was like, this is great, this is amazing. And then experiencing it for yourself, I think a lot of people are going to be very happy here. Oh, I do have to say, yes, I'm playing on the PS5 version of the game. So graphics definitely live up to expectations, what we wanted. I mean, looking off into the distance and saying, hey, I can actually go there, and going there, it's remarkable. The open worldness in this game, I'll get to that in a little bit, is quite something else, and it really serves it well with the graphics. I mean, beautiful locations from one, technological location to a beautiful green vast field. It's all here, and it all works really well for me. Okay, the storyline, oh my god, there's so little that I can say. I will say it's an extension of the last game, but we're building on things here, and it's a little bit more, we're going in a few more different directions. Aloy has to kind of solve something that's happening with the land, and so you're off doing that, and the game opens up, and it's extraordinary. So probably at one point it opens up and I'm like, oh my god, there's so much that we can do. There's so much to explore that it's intimidating in the very best way possible. So the storyline builds on the original. That's really all I can really say. And it's interesting, and it's really interesting right from the beginning of the game. And it kind of starts you off in some areas and some locations, and you're like, this is pretty damn cool, and it really starts opening up from there. So that's the best I can say at this point. So how is the gameplay? it's a lot like the first game, and it worked well in the first game, so why change with what's not broken? And they add to it as well, but we have the same sorts of things. We're scanning locations to uncover the secrets and items in that particular area. That's the same as the original. Scanning enemies, looking for their weak points, highlighting their weak points, and taking advantage of that. And you have the grappling hook, which is a very handy item. It can get you to certain locations that are a little bit out of the way. It can also destroy certain obstacles that block your path. So you're walking up, you see a wall, you send it into there, and you pull it out, destroy the wall, you get in.
That worked better than I thought.
You have your bow and arrow, you have your spear back, you have healing items, and you can replenish all of these items by crafting. And crafting is a huge thing in the game, like it was in the original game, and you find all of your resources all around you. So if you're walking in a field, you'll find certain healing items, you'll find wood to create arrows with. Everything is right there for you. Your jumping mechanics are back again, your climbing mechanics are back again, and also with the grappling hook, that adds another dimension in there, which creates for a lot of fun. The sneaking in this game is one of the most important things you can do. You want to scan your enemies, sneak up on them, and do your critical blow to take them out. Very, very satisfying. And I gotta say again, I absolutely love the machinery, the biomechanical machinery in this game. It reminded me of Zoids. I said that before from my original review I did on the original game, and I love these designs. I think they're really, really fascinating. Some are like snakes, some are like wolves, some are like caribou, gigantic dinosaur versions, but they're all mechanical, and they all want to take you out and make your life a living nightmare. Boss encounters are back, and they're extraordinary. They're really extraordinary. I think they're upping it from the first game, and the first game was amazing. They're doing great things here as well. The music is here. I like the music. It's very, very subtle, but all of a sudden it will just start building up and overwhelm you, and you're like, okay, this is absolutely amazing. It's one of those things where it can be absolutely silent when it needs to be, but when the action kicks in, there's the music, and your adrenaline starts pumping, and you're running around trying to kill these biomechanical beasts, and it's like, oh my god, I gotta take this thing out, and that's a lot of fun. So the music, I think, works very well. Less is more. I've said that for a lot of games. Less is more at times. Rather than just blasting music at you constantly, the game really seems to know when you need to hear some music and when you should just be left alone to your own vices because you want to explore and just take that in. That's what brings me to the open world in this game. It is extraordinary, and I tell you, we live in a time now of such amazing open world games. Ghost of Tsushima was one of my favorites, man. I mean, oh my god, I love that world. And you know what? I love this world equally so in a completely different way. I just love running around, the vastness of it, the different locations, and there's so much attention to detail. There's so much attention to detail everywhere you go, and there's just secrets littered throughout. And I'm telling you, yeah, the open world games now, they're pretty damn good. They're everything that I've wanted in open world games, and Horizon Forbidden West, man, it opens up and then gives you some and then some. So know that going in, you're gonna get a hell of a long experience in this game. And I mean, I've only touched the surface of it, and I'm going, oh my god, the vastness, because at one point, as I say, it opens up and you're like, wow, this is great. And so there's a lot to explore, but it never feels boring. It always feels like you're always doing the next thing, but between those objectives, there's so much stuff you can discover. But it really gives you a sense of adventure, and this game is a real hit for me. Right now, at this point, it's definitely one of my games of the year, 100%. I'm really loving it. The storyline is epic. It's interesting. It keeps you there the whole way. Yes, there's some people from the past that you see again, so you feel very familiar if you played the first game. And is this game just repeating the first game? No, it is definitely not. We're going on a very different adventure, a very different storyline. and all new designed creatures and things like that, newly designed bosses. This is a complete open world experience. I mean, even swimming is an incredible experience in this game, and diving. You feel like you're diving into another world at times, and you're just like, oh my god, you're in awe. And I think Guerrilla's really done an amazing job with the graphics and the world setting and the world building. I mean, it's second to none. I think they should be applauded for what they've done here. I think this is one of the better open world games that I've ever played. It's right up there, man. It's right up there at this point, especially for me playing on the PS5. Look phenomenal and all that. So are you guys looking forward to this game? I'm telling you, if you are, I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised. It's an extraordinary game, extraordinary effort put through by the developers, and it shows. It shows in the gameplay and in the flow of everything, and it's been meticulously crafted right from the very beginning of the game right to the later points in the game as well, from what they've done with the open world, and I think it's extraordinary. So guys, I'm going back to that world right now because I'm missing it 100%. So anyways, guys, until next time.